The TFL stretch. Now, these are a really good one if you spend a lot of your day sitting, as we all do. It's quite a hard muscle to target, so I'm going to go through the tutorial here, be quite specific about what I'm trying to achieve. Set up a couple of camera angles here so you can see the position that I'm getting into. The reason being is that the TFL, which is up here in the hip, don't want to get too technical. Again, if you need to go and check it out, then please do. But otherwise, essentially, here in the hips right here, it helps move the leg in and out, so into abduction and adduction. Don't worry too much about that, but adduction means that essentially this knee will be coming underneath, which I'll explain more later, in towards the midline of the body. But that is when we're putting the TFL on stretch. If we want to actually strengthen it, we'll bring the knee out. Again, there'll be exercises to cover that. So, but this is specifically to stretch the TFL. A really good one to do maybe at the end of the day, or any time really where you feel, if you're about to go for a run or whatever as well. Again, I wouldn't overstretch this. You just want to make sure that you're activating yourself and getting yourself ready to go. You don't want any tightness that's going to shorten your stride or change your stride in any kind of way. So it's about being practical, smart, stretching, etc. Okay, so I do want to go through this bit by bit, but generally it is just a 1, 2, 3 step. So what we're going to do, I've come up against the mirror here, and hopefully with the other camera angle as well, we'll cover everything we need to do. I'm going to be stretching this TFL here on this side, nearest the mirror. You'll be up against a wall or holding onto a chair, that's fine. It doesn't matter, something that you can support yourself with if you need to. So we're coming to a lunge position. Now from here, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of what else is out there in terms of doing this. This is my preferred technique from over the years, experience I've learned, and watching other coaches do this as well. And what we're going to do is we're in this lunge position here. What I'm going to do is bring this lead foot forward, across, I apologise, come across, and now it's in line with my knees. And now I'm actually almost on a tightrope. So this is where you might want to hold on to a mirror, or a wall, in my case a mirror, safety glass mirror. And what we're going to do from here is allow ourselves to be able to let this hip drop down and out. However, one more little change. From this camera over here, hopefully you can see I've got this at a 90-degree angle. I don't want to stretch in that 90-degree angle because the TFL can kind of find its way around getting other muscles to do the certain job. So what I'm going to do is rock myself back. Now I've opened out this angle, so I'm sort of sitting back on this hip now. I'm almost in a direct line, if not slightly further back. Now from here, I'm going to allow this hip to drop out, and I don't need to go that far. Now I can feel that right now. So now I'm allowing this hip to sink down, and this hip is slightly raised. I'm not actually raising this hip, it's just raised because this one has dropped. So now I'm feeling that stretch. It's kind of important to get yourself back in that position. I don't need to do much else from here. I'm allowing this to support me here. Again, if this is a chair or something, that's fine. And if you feel more confident, just come further away from the wall and you can increase that stretch. But I'm feeling a really good stretch in that TFL, so I don't see any reason to overstretch this at all. So I'm just going to hold that position slightly and then come out of it. And obviously I would do the same on the other side. Now let me just reiterate something. This here, where this hip is down but that knee is coming in under my body, that is adduction of the hip. So if you need to check that out, do. But again, I don't like getting technical. I just want to explain certain terms so you can go away, and if you need to, yeah, you'll find that out. I said, if you feel that that's really tight, then maybe you're sitting a little too much. Hey. Or there might be other reasons, but again, it's a great stretch to target the TFL. Just remember to get that little rock back off of that 90-90 angle on the lunge position, and all will be good.